All right, back with Division 2. This is DJ Kano, and as you can see, I'm running my alt right now. It might be hard to tell, but she's actually wearing a brand new build. So this brand new build is actually utilizing the new rigger gear set. So the rigger gear set, this is what it looks like. So we got two pieces for skill haste, three pieces for skill duration, four pieces will give you tend and befriend, and this is interacting with your deployed skills will give you 25% skill damage for 10 seconds. So the buff cannot be refreshed. Okay, so how do you interact with it? You deploy the skill to start off, you change the skill's target, or you can heal the skill. All right, so it's pretty simple. For example, if you have like the turret and you just want to, as you continually change targets back and forth, that is basically interacting with the skill. I think if you pick up the skill and you move it around, that's also redeploying the skill. And of course, if you were to throw like a fixture drone or something like that on top of your skill, that's healing it, and that also counts as interacting with it. So it's pretty simple. It's not that bad, and I'm actually choosing to use the turret, the assault turret. The beauty of that is it does have that changing target option, so that's really easy just by pressing the whatever you assign it to. So L1 for me. So as long as I do that, I will go ahead and change the target. I'll get that buff there. And let's see, we have the chest piece. So the chest piece is the same, but it does have this thing here called Best Buds, and it changes from 25% to 50%. So it definitely gives it much more skill damage if you have the chest piece on. I do have the backpack with me. The beauty of this one is it actually will, and I tested it out. You cancel your skill, it completely resets the cooldown. Like that is amazing. So normally I'll have like I think it's like a 25 or 22-second skill cooldown for the turret. And if I were to cancel that, it actually goes directly to zero automatically as soon as you cancel it. So granted, canceling it versus it expiring on its own. So you have to consciously cancel it. But I'm not using the backpack. As great as that is, I will probably use this for something else. But right now, I decided to use the Hanayu Force Multiplier backpack. And this one has perfect combined arms on it. So as long as you're shooting at an enemy, you don't even have to kill it. Just shoot an enemy and you'll get skill damage for 30%. Yeah, so you'll get that for 3 seconds. So it gives you quite a bit of skill damage. And like I said, combining it with this, I'm actually getting a 50% increase. So you will see that the turret is going to be super strong just by changing the target and by shooting an enemy. So that's all I really have to do. On top of that, I'm actually going to be running, I have my mechanical animal as backup. So if I do get a few kills with my mechanical animal with feature perfection, I will get a skill tier for 19 seconds. So I can actually get more skill tiers off of this gun if I choose to get some kills with it. And if I don't and I want to use this is the brand new named PDR, I believe is what the unnamed version is. And it's called the test subject. And this one comes with perfectly in sync. I could be mistaken. I never really used in sync before, but I'm pretty sure I thought it used to be 20% already. So I think the regular in sync is now 15%. So I think this is still the same thing as it used to be, but now it's perfectly in sync, and then the regular in sync is just going to be 15%. So if I choose to use this gun, I'll get 20% skill damage by hitting an enemy, but I also do get an extra 20% weapon damage if my skill is hitting the enemy as well. So if I do both of that, they are doubled. So I can potentially get so much more damage from using this gun instead of using this gun. But I could get maybe, say, a few kills with the mechanical animal, try to get some skill tiers first, and then switch over to my test subject. It really doesn't matter. Both guns are going to be very beneficial when it comes to getting kills and utilizing it with the perfect combined arms and utilizing it with this rigger gear set. So I'm actually getting a lot of benefit, more than I actually thought I was going to get. And I'd already kind of used it a little bit, and it works out very nicely. So four pieces. The cool thing about it is I'm using a Murakami industry, so I'm getting 20% skill duration. So perfect for the turret. For other skills, you don't necessarily need more duration, but this is perfect for the turret because you want that turret to last as long as possible in order for it to keep hitting enemies, keep getting kills while you're shooting with your weapons and boosting up that damage. So Murakami is perfect, and I happen to be running a god roll with max crits. I did roll the skill tier into weapon damage. The perfect combined arms is normally a Hanayu piece, so it's normally a yellow tier. but I turn that into weapon damage as well. And I'm getting skill haste from the Hanyu. Okay, and of course, the rigor is already giving me skill haste and duration, so that's actually really nice that they all lined up perfectly with what rigor is providing. And I did roll just one more piece. I rolled this rigor mask as a weapon damage instead of a skill tier. So it already had skill haste on it. I have some weapon handling here, skill haste again, and weapon handling here. So weapon handling is pretty nice. I wish that I could get crits on it instead. Hopefully I can farm for better pieces later, get even some god roll pieces, and maybe even roll more red, or we'll see. Because right now I'm getting one, two, three yellows, four skill tiers from my technician, and I can get another tier from the card pistol. So if I even don't even use the card pistol and I get two kills with the mechanical animal, I'm at a six tier already, skill tier. And then I can switch over to the test subject, get more kills with that perfectly in sync, and yeah, basically it's really reliant upon the turret, but you get some pretty decent weapon damage without it because I do have a three red piece. So while you're waiting for that cooldown, it's not too bad of a wait. Yes, I am going to be super squishy. I have practically no armor on this build, so that is the only danger to it. But you'll see the weapon damage this outputs. It's actually very nice. And again, if you want to run a shield instead of the hive, that is your prerogative. I might even consider running another skill. So I might even run the drone instead to just help me get more of that attack. But for now, I'm just going to run it with the hive because I'm running solo on heroic. Maybe I'll try again later with the drone. For now, just the turret. It's all about the turret. And oh, by the way, and what I'm calling this build, I'm currently calling it the Turriggr. So the Turriggr, like when you pull the Turriggr on the gun, and it's the Torrent Rigger build. Get it? All right. So that's enough of that. Moving on. I'm in the middle of this mission here. I've already been using it, like I said, and let's see if it can still sustain the damage and get me through this without wiping. Okay, so it is going to come down to all about placement. You're going to have to be paying attention to where you place this turret, because if you place it in a bad spot, you're not going to be getting those kills. You're not going to be doing that damage. Okay, so let's do that. That would have been nicer if it was higher. Okay, so you got to keep changing your target if you want to get that extra percentage. Look at that. I know he's only a red, but that damage is pretty nice. Okay, so that was with the PDR, the test subject. Okay, so I want to get over here so this sniper dog doesn't kill me. Alright, come on, doggy. So keep changing target. They're a little far right now. I just want to try to get that dog out of the way if I can. I don't know if I can. Come on, dog. Come back here, dog. There we go. Step right into that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's try to reposition this if I can. So now you can pick up your turrets, unlike before. Very nice little feature there. Get back to this dog here. Come on, dog. Perfect. Game glitch now. That's perfect. Okay, so you can see on screen that it popped up. Yep, so once I got my shots off, you saw how quickly that kind of just melted through the armor of the dog. Okay, so positioning is going to be the name of the game. You position it well, you will get major benefits. Look at that. Just melting through heroic like nothing. I know they're reds, but still, considering I'm only have a 3-tier red, that's pretty good, I think. It's actually very, very good. Come on, dog. Okay, if you can stand to wait, I actually need to move this turret. I'm going to try and put on my rigger backpack for a second. Okay, watch me kill this. Come on, kill it. Go away. So cooldown goes away, and I can put my force multiplier back on. So I just saved myself a few seconds. I still takes a little bit of time still, but I did save myself some time. All right, so on top of the car, there you go. Shoot the dog. Okay, so once I got that in sync and I got everything going, you saw how quickly that melted the dog. The turret is getting some massive, massive damage with the setup that I currently have. Okay, let's try one more area. Make sure it's not a fluke. I think we got some chungas coming out here. Or is it just dogs? Yep, chungas. Okay, so chungas just got destroyed in a bad way. Ooh. Dog hit me hard. I'm gonna have to wait just a second. I only got one health pack left to go. Man, where is he going? Come on. Okay, so unfortunately my turret was not next to him. But my damage is still pretty apparent. So that is the main thing that I wanted to show off here. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit more. Gotta make sure that the build is not a fluke, you know? It's still technically very experimental, and I would like to be able to refine it more. If I can refine it more, I will definitely do another video and let you guys know what that looks like. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put this guy right here. Get through him. Back this way. Dog. Yep, I got a little bit too excited. Yep, this is why we have the reviver hive, exactly for this reason. Look at that. Very, very nice. Oh. That's not good. And I picked up my turret. Get out of here. Okay, so very, very squishy. Gotta be careful. Okay, so the turret's coming with me. Alright, boom. Nice try, bud. Okay, the instinct just melted him. Still here. Ooh, didn't duck in time. Got him. Where's that tank? Nope, it's done. All right, so I mean that was a pretty good example. Like you can see, yes, the build is squishy. If there's a way I might be able to roll some armor on it, maybe that might make a difference. Or of course, if I stop being stubborn and I decide to just put on a shield, that might make all the difference in the world. But basically, you can see how this build works. Like I like that the combined arms, the perfect combined arms, works very nicely with all the pieces, and especially this particular gear set. Getting that extra damage here, all over the place. As long as you're careful, you're not getting too out there. Bring your turret with you everywhere you go. It changes your gameplay just a little bit than what you normally would be used to, I think. At least for me, I normally just toss my turret, let it die, and toss it out again. In this case, your turret actually becomes like your close little buddy. So I would recommend this build if you do like a little bit of a hybrid situation going on, some weapon, some skill, and feel free to check out other skills too. I'm probably going to do the same thing. Maybe there's something else you can use besides the turret. The drone might be a good option. Maybe even the oxidizer, something that gives you some high heavy damage that can get a quick cooldown as well too. So you might be able to get a cooldown with that rigger backpack. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you guys think. If this works out for you, something you might want to use in the future. Until the next build, I'll catch you guys in the next one.